It is purely my contribution to the field of yoga. Golden rule of anatomy of yoga says, two people who look same outside, they are not feeling the same on the inside while doing a pose. This is what. So therefore, we are different individually, anatomically also. It is not same. It is not same. Definitely not. Then why a person is able to do one asana very well and why another person is not able to do asana very well? That's why you must understand this concept of anatomy of yoga. So in my first session, I gave you the fundamental concepts and the basic building. For that, what Panchanga, what is the pillar? Now here I am building this anatomy of yoga here, based on that Panchanga. Yes, concept of anatomy of yoga has four concepts. Tension, compression, proportion, and orientation. These are the four important concepts of anatomy of yoga exclusively. Tension, compression, proportion, and orientation. What is tension? What is compression? What is proportion and what is orientation? That you should know. Tension means it is the tension exerted by the muscle, the muscular tension or stress, what you are going to feel. If you are all now expert in yoga classes, but when you were just entering into the field of yoga, if somebody asks you to do Paschimottanasana, would you be able to do first day? No. You feel it very tough. You feel it very tough to bend your head and put your forehead onto the knee joint. No. Your hamstrings are pulled, your calf muscle is pulled, your quadriceps are going to be pulled up. You are not able to do that. But gradually, when you practice this regularly, then you are able to achieve that. That is what is tension. What was stopping you not to do on the first day? It is nothing but the tension, the muscular elasticity, rigidity of the muscle. It is the rigidity of the muscle which stopped you not to do that Paschimottanasana. But gradually, one day, second day, third day, fourth day, and after 15 days, you are able to do. Why? You just relaxed that tension. And you achieved the maximum tension now. Now there is no tense. No, nothing is there to stretch more. Now you are stretched already. Now what is going to start is compression. When the tension ends, compression starts. What is usually the compression? Compression is going to happen between the two bones, where two bones come and hit each other. Or when two bones are going to come in contact with each other, then that means end of the road. You cannot do anything. Compression is good. It is not bad. Gently compressing the bone is good. But that compression is different from one person to another person. Compression angle is going to be different from one person to another person. It is not same. That's why you are going to experience differently when you are into a yoga posture. You are going to experience tension. Tension is muscular, compression is bony. You must be in a position to identify and recognize what is happening in you. ये बहुत बड़ा गड़बड़ करते हैं लोग. When they do yoga classes, they don't listen to the instructions. They will just look at others. Okay. उसका हाथ कैसा है, उसका पैर कैसा है, यही तो कर रहे हैं ना. आप भी यही कर रहे होंगे, ये भी किए होंगे. ये गलत है, बहुत बड़ा गलत है. Don't see others. Close your eyes. Look into your own body. What's happening in you? Where is the muscle stretching? And where is the rigidity you are experiencing? If you look at others' hands and feet, you are going to imitate them. That's all. That is not yoga. So you have to close your eyes and look into yourself. Follow the instruction. Then only you can understand what is happening in you. That's why no YIC course will teach you these 4 concepts. Even now, I'm not boasting my university. Even in my SVASA university, there are so many blind people sitting on the top. Yes, they don't feel this is important. अरे 15 साल से ये पढ़ा रहा हूं मैं, उनको अभी तक दिमाग में नहीं आया कि no, it is very important concept. It has to be included in the syllabus. अरे अभी तक तो है ही नहीं. कोई बात नहीं. I teach. No problem. Let them realize what is important later. Even if they don't realize also, I don't mind also. These are the 4 important concepts. अरे पहले स्टूडेंट्स को इसी को सिखाना है, बाद में आसना सिखाओ भाई. आसना सिखाने वाले yoga instructor, he himself, if he doesn't know what is tension, compression, proportion and orientation, then what asana you are going to teach? What is the use of that asana? Not just like that. Because I am able to do asanas very flexibly, I can't expect the same thing from you all. There may be a structural deformity in you, or there is a different way of how your proportion and orientation of your muscles and bones are oriented. How can I call it as wrong? No. I am right to myself. You are right to yourself. So that's why I told you not to see somebody else's hands and feet. Look into yourself. You cannot compare. In Yogasana competition, they say, 3 groups, they will make, group A, group B, group B, C. Which group did well? What nonsense you are talking? How can you compare? How can you do competition in yoga? Asanas. Yoga means asanas, I mean to say. How can you do this competition? Each one is different, no? Are you the Srishtikarta? No. We don't know how is our body or structures formed inside this body. This is something amazing. This is the pure concept of anatomy of yoga, which I teach regularly. Yes, this is what is tension. Tension can be different from one individual to another individual, depending on the individual's frame of the body. What is your frame? Small frame, medium frame, large frame. When you go to select your clothes, what you will see? Small, medium, large, XL, double XL, triple XL. In the same way, God has made you S, M, L, XL, double XL. How? By body wise. Some of them are small frame, medium frame, large frame, like that. Like how you select your clothes. God has already sent the cloth for this soul. That is this body. You can't change that whenever you want. This is what is concept of anatomy of yoga. Please know this. Concept of anatomy of yoga says 2 people who look same outside, they are not feeling the same on the inside. This is what is the real concept of anatomy of yoga. That's why tension is different. Compression is different. Where tension ends, compression starts. How can you stretch the rubber band? How far you can stretch the rubber band? To the maximum limit. Even if you stretch, then the rubber band will break. The same thing happens even in asanas. Without knowing this, if a teacher, if he is able to do very well, and if he says that I am able to do, why can't you do? Come on, go and stand on their head, stand on their back. I have seen so many people doing this nonsense, and they make the client or the student to land up in fractures without understanding the anatomy of yoga. This is what happens. In US, there is a special medical super specialization which is called as yoga injuries. अभी नया पीजी है भाई यूएस में. Yoga injuries. They go to yoga without knowing anatomy. The teacher also teaches about the asanas, and the student doesn't know anything. And he or she will land up in fracture or muscle tear or ligament tear or anything. And they land up in yoga clinic. That is what is yoga injury is a specialization now. What is the problem for that? It is because of ignorance, avidya, agnana. Everybody wants to start. अरे 1 month, 1 महीने में योगा कोर्स किया बोल के अपना स्टूडियो बना देते हैं. दिमाग खराब है क्या? अरे विदाउट अंडरस्टैंड. अरे no, it is not like that. Somebody's yoga studio is already under construction. 1 month YAC course they do, and they are the owner now. What nonsense it is, without knowing anything about this human body. How can you claim this? Oh, this is what is very, very important. You need to know. That's why tension, compression are the two important main concepts, which is going to change, which is subjected to change from one individual to another individual. What is not going to change is proportion and orientation. 10 of us are here. You may be 5'4", 5'3", 5'2", 5'1", 5'6", 5'7". That may be your height. And you may be small frame, medium frame, large frame. These are all proportion. According to the proportion of the body, height, weight, and frame, your muscles and bones are also structured. That is what is proportion. A person just 3 feet, he or she cannot be compared to 7 feet person. The muscles and bones of 3 feet person cannot fit into 7 feet and vice versa. Both of them are having muscles and bones only. This is what is proportion. Orientation. Orientation means it is the angle of presentation of the bone. How it is going to. For this, I need to take up another 4-hour session to make you understand. I think I have taken for one batch, I feel. I don't know. With all the bones in my hand, I used to teach. And with the video, what is going to be there, concept of anatomy of yoga, where all the joints of the body are explained. That is what is proportion. Proportion means it is as per the body height and weight and the frame, the muscles and bones are also structured. You can't expect. How can I expect a person like me to do the same thing like me in another person? No. That is what is orientation is entirely different. So that's why these 4 important concepts of anatomy of yoga: tension, compression, proportion, and orientation. Out of this, only 2 are very important: tension and compression. What is tension? What is compression? Tension is muscular restriction, where you are not in a position to stretch the muscle maximum. Maximum is, I will just tell you, there are mainly how many joints in the body? All these are something which is taking to the depth of the knowledge. Yes, How many bones are there in this body? Ayurveda, very important. I want to ask you, Dr. Sudhaji. Ayurveda, what does it say? How many bones are in this human body? And what all other general people, what you studied in your school and college, how many bones are there?
206.
206 times.
206.
Yeah, 206, 207, 208, whatever it is. Is it true? Oh my God. What is Ayurveda opinion? When you learnt anatomy, when you learnt Sharira Rachana Shastra, what does it say? How many bones are there in this human body? If I tell this, your mind will blow away. What you learned 206 is the education system established by British. British or the nonsense people, they did this. And we have been learning the same thing because Mr. Henry Gray, Gray's Anatomy, Henry Gray is a Scottish from England nearby. And the same system is taught throughout the world. How many bones are there in this human body? 206. That's all. Nonsense it is. It is not like that. Our Ayurveda says different. What is that? Sharira, Sushruta. Sharire Sushruta Prokto Charakastu Chikitsakaha. Sushruta says, Trini Sashasthani Asthishatani Vedavadino Vadanti. Are Bapre. He says there are 360 bones in this human body. Who is right? Whom to believe? Sadiyo Sal say from the time immemorial Ayurveda is telling this. Instead of believing this, you are now running out with this. What is this? Charaka, Sushruta, everyone. They believe. They knew that. Trini Sashasthani Asthishatani. What do you mean by this? This is in Samskrita. Trini Sashasthani Asthishatani. 360. What is this? Henry Gray could not see 154 bones more in this body. That is where the modern medicine and our ancient science differs. Their way of looking into this body is physical body, Baba. We see this body in a different way. And what is that extra 154? That also you should know. They consider hard bones only as bones. But our Ayurveda, Charaka and Sushruta, they never considered only hard bones as the bones. They included cartilages, they included ligaments. Every joint has a ligament. So many ligaments are there in one joint to binding the joint. So all those ligaments are also included as bones. And there is a real meaning in that. There is a purpose behind this to make it 360. It is all connecting to this Pindanda and Brahman. 360 is nothing but one circle, globe, is it not? That global structure is also 360. And this body is also, it is 360 based.
We say
Pindanda.
360 degrees. 360 degrees.
Exactly. 360 degree Pindanda, 360 degree Brahmanda. And the way how our Charakas, Sushruta, they purposefully made it 360 has some meaning. How do we consider it as spiritual? 360 is a spiritual number. What is there in 206? Nonsense. Henry Gray is a big nonsense guy. I don't say. See, this is the way how they wanted to explore the science of human anatomy. But I never knew. I'm not sure that Henry Gray never had the time to visit India. He should have visited India. But unfortunately, वो भी हमारे शंकराचार्य जी के तरह सिर्फ 34 साल ही जिया भाई. Henry Gray also lived for only 34 years. I say Henry Gray as Shankaracharya of modern anatomy. क्या करे, उनका समय क्या था? 18 27 to 1861. Henry Gray. He is the founder of modern anatomy. Do you know Gray's Anatomy, MBBS people, what they study? Now, which is the edition? It is 54th edition. 54th edition of Henry Gray as anatomy, Gray's Anatomy. बट बेचारा उनको समय ही नहीं मिला. अरे 34 साल में इतना साधना किया कि उसको भारत आने का कोई सवाल ही नहीं पैदा हुआ. अगर वो भारत आ जाता, ये चरका सुश्रुता पढ़ता तो वो भी अपना नंबर बदल देता. अरे नहीं भाई, 206 नहीं है, और भी है. ये हमारे भारतीय लोग, आचार्य लोग वो बताते हैं, ये बहुत बड़ा ज्ञानी लोग है, ये हमसे भी ज्यादा है. मगर क्या करे, उनको मौका ही नहीं मिला इधर आने का. 206 बोल दिया तो हम आंख बंद करके हम मान लिए. और आज भी, अरे भारत में रहते हुए भी, even having access to our Ayurveda, Shastra, then how is it that we say that it is 206, 206? You go to any school, they don't want to change the syllabus. Nonsense. This is what is nonsense happening. But our Modi government wants to put this syllabus, national syllabus, changing. Is it not? But other people, they don't want to change that. Why? Agnana is only good. अरे जब तक अज्ञान में रहेंगे ना, पॉलिटिशियंस को ज्यादा फायदा है. दे डोंट वांट पीपल टू बिकम इंटेलिजेंट. दे वांट ऑलवेज पीपल टू बी अंडर इग्नोरेंस. Oh, this is what is changing in the syllabus is happening now. That has to happen. That is the point where our Acharya Purushas are IKS, Indian Knowledge System. That's why it is gaining a lot of importance. That British education and all that way of nonsense, we are bored with that. No, we don't want to tell anymore. There are 206 bones in the body. Never. Please never accept this. Makki ka makki. Nonsense it is. But there is a spiritual significance for this 360. What is that spiritual significance? 360 is the number which is connecting to Pindanda and Brahmanda. That Charaka and Sushruta, they knew that his human body is not just mere physical. It has something more. That's why they said Sharira, Indriya, Sattva, Atma. No, that which connects Atma to Paramatma is 360 number. That's why they made it into 360 bones here. Oh, how do you compare this to spirituality? What is that spiritual process which says it is 360? I don't know. All of you 10 people would have attended any homa, havana, yaga. याग करने के लिए तो हमें क्या चाहिए? हवन कुंड चाहिए ना. You know, in our Sthapatya Veda, Yajurveda, Sthapatya Veda, where the structure of Yajna Kunda, how you should construct, it is mentioned in Vedas that you have to use 360 bricks. Yajna Kunda ko rachana karne ke liye, to construct one Yajna Kunda, you need 360 bricks. Oh, we all cannot do any Yajna only. Agar 360 bricks comes into our house, we have to go out of the house. That's why they have made a makeshift. Okay, bring that iron pan and do Indraya Swaha, Varunaya Swaha, Vayave Swaha, and take that iron pan away. No, 360 bricks only. That's why Ashwamedha Yaga, Rajasuya Yaga, Mahayagas are performed by Raja Maharajas only. They used to construct a real Yajna Kunda. Yajna Kunda must be constructed with 360 bricks. That is what is our process of Sanatana Dharma Yajna. And Charaka Sushruta, they knew that this body is one Yajna Kunda. Now it comes spiritual. Now this body became spiritual only. Do you have this syllabus in your MBBS? Forget it. Never ever in your MBBS syllabus. MBBS people are foolish people. They don't have this insight for this human body only. They always see this body as a physical body. And finally, when they try to save this body, they say, oh, what we have done is enough. What we have done best is we have done rest, pray God. वो भी ऊपर देखेंगे. अरे बाप रे. Why, man? Why do you want to look up and say, oh, pray God? Why do you want to believe God? You say that everything is in our hand, no? Come on.
Operation successful. Patient
Patient died. यही हाल होता है. So this is what we need to know our limitation. The real doctor, there are many in MBBS also. They say, I treat, he cures. I treat, he cures. Oh, this concept is so wonderful concept. सिर्फ चिकित्सा करना मेरा कर्तव्य है. अगर वो क्योर होना या नहीं क्योर होना ये उनके हाथ में. हाँ, ये सही है. Because we don't know the different factors which are involved in disease process. There are so many.
Sir, Dr. Devi Shetty. You know.
Dr. Devi Shetty.
To his YouTube lectures.
He also wonderful doctor. And another doctor, I want to tell you the name of that doctor, cardiologist and famous cardiac surgeon, Dr. B.M. Hegde.
Write it down, B.M. Hegde. You should listen to this video.
You should listen to all these lectures of these people. Narayana Netralaya doctor and B.M. Hegde. B.M. Hegde is very senior to Narayana Hridayalaya doctor. Devi Shetty. Very senior man. You know, MBBS people only, they wanted to kill him. B.M. Hegde.
They put him off from the council. They put him off from the council. Membership उसका blacklisted कर दिया.
Oh, क्योंकि वो सच बोलते हैं ना, इसलिए. सच अच्छा नहीं है, पसंद नहीं है. That's why कड़वा सच बोलते हैं ना. Always truth is always bitter. But he wanted to tell this truth, the real medicine truth. The mafia है ये. They wanted to kill him. He is spoiling our business, man. First, throw him away out. We don't want all his talks. Oh, truth is always very bitter. Like that. Our Sushruta and Charaka, they told this truth millions of years ago that there are 360 bones in this human body. We are not ready to listen only. We are still catching hold it into 206, 206, 206. Oh my God. Open your eyes there first. So that is what is 360 bones are compared to 360 bricks of Yajnakunda. This is also Yajnakunda, that is also Yajnakunda. That Yajnakunda is made up of 360 bricks. This Yajnakunda is made up of 360 bones. There also Yajnakunda fire is there. Agni. Here also Agni is there. In Ayurveda we have Jataragni. Oh, that's why you say before food always, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashritaha. Is it not? Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva, Vaishwanaragni. Vaishwanara Pravishate. Yes, that Lord is in the form of Vaishwanaragni. That's what we call it as Jataragni. Oh, there are different types of Agni in Ayurveda. Kayagni, Bhutagni, Dhatwagni, Jataragni. Jataragni is also of 4 types. Vishamagni, Tikshnagni, Mandagni, Samagni. अगर मैं ये सब बोलते जाता हूं तो मेरा ट्रैक बदल जाएगा. दिस इज हाउ. अरे आपको अभी लग रहा होगा, अरे बाप रे कितना है, वो विषय कितना है, ये 2 घंटे में या 4 घंटे में होगा क्या? अरे मैं आपको किंडल कर रहा हूं. आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू मोटिवेट योर. दिस इज जस्ट आई एम शोइंग द टिप ऑफ द आइसबर्ग. ये 4 घंटे का क्लास जो है ना, सिर्फ मैं आपको दिखा सकता हूं ये क्या है. वेयर इज द टिप ऑफ द आइसबर्ग. ये सिर्फ ट्रेलर है, पिक्चर अभी बाकी है. ये तो सिर्फ ट्रेलर में दिखा रहा हूं. 10 बजे से लेकर 2 बजे तक 1 घंटे का बीच में इंटरवल में लेके सिर्फ ट्रेलर ही ट्रेलर. अरे पिक्चर कभी दिखाया ही नहीं. पिक्चर अभी बाकी है भाई. अंदर आगे आपको खोजना पड़ेगा पिक्चर, असली पिक्चर. Oh, this is what. Therefore, this is the type of Agni what we have. And that is how this Agni is taking care of this body. And this is also Yajna Kunda. Abhi ho gaya na, hamara sharir spiritual ho gaya na abhi. When you teach medical science like this, oh my God, what a transformation is this? Very important. That is why 360 bones. Never accept, never say, never teach anybody that there are 206 bones. आज भी मैं देखता हूं सब योगा क्लास में यही होता बताया जा रहा है 206 bones, 206 bones. नॉनसेंस. मेरे स्टूडेंट्स कभी नहीं बताते ये, क्योंकि उनको मैं बता देता हूं ना.
एग्जाम में भी क्वेश्चन वही आता है और ऑप्शन में 206 ही आता है.
पूछने वाले क्वेश्चन ही नहीं जानते तो वो क्या, ओके स्टूडेंट से क्या एक्सपेक्ट करना है. So this is something amazing. 360 bones, 360 bricks. It is compared to Yajna Kunda.
अगर यज्ञ कुंड के आप बराबर डीप सोचोगे ना तो आपका डाइट ऑटोमेटिकली ठीक हो जाएगा.
100%.
आपका रहन सहन ठीक हो जाएगा
ऑटोमेटिकली.
क्या डालते हैं यज्ञ कुंड में, क्या डालते हैं सोचो आप, और क्यों डालते हैं?
So very important.
To ignite fire.
Yes.
Oh.
And what fire? And why that fire? What does that fire do?
Yes.
Holy fire.
See, I will tell you one thing. One thing is coming into my mind now. Agni means what?
Fire.
Everybody will say fire, isn't it?
Fire.
You don't know anything beyond that fire, because in dictionary it is given Agni. But Agni means not just fire in Sanskrita. I am taking you to a different level of understanding where Agni means not just fire. It is the force that which makes an inert to move. An inert to move.
Write it down.
That which was not having movement, after the coming in contact with the Agni, the movement starts. Tell me now. I will tell you an example. You have seen the kitchen. You have seen the fire in the stove. You have seen the water. The water in a vessel, it is not moving. Once you keep it on the fire, it starts moving. That means movement started because of Agni only, no? Oh, Agni is the one which brings movement in a thing where there is no movement. हमारे अंदर भी है ना मूवमेंट. अरे मैं इतना एक्शन कर रहा हूं, सब कुछ कर रहा हूं, कैसे हो रहा है ये सब मूवमेंट? बिकॉज ऑफ अग्नि इनसाइड मी. अगर हमारे अंदर अग्नि है इसीलिए ये सब बातचीतें कर रहे हैं, इतना मूवमेंट हो रहा है, हाथ पैर में हिला रहा हूं इतना, आप भी ये सब कर रहे हैं, तो सोचिए इस दुनिया को मूवमेंट नहीं है क्या? नाउ थिंक ऑफ दिस ब्रह्मांडा. Think of this Brahmanda. Think of this earth. Earth is not moving. It's moving. There is Agni in this Brahmanda also. Oh, who started the first movement for this? Come on, tell me. There is Agni. That's why it is moving. And we are also moving here and there because Agni is there. Once the Agni becomes Thanda, हम भी अपना व्यापार बंद करेंगे. That's why हाथ पैर ठंडा हो जाता है तो सब घबरा जाते हैं, अरे भाई मर रहा है ये. इसलिए क्या करते हैं? हाथ को गर्म करो, पैर को गर्म करो. तो गर्म करने के बाद अग्नि को अंदर जगाने को कोशिश कर रहे हैं. नेचुरली अग्नि इज गोइंग अवे. That is what. There is an Agni inside this bhumi also. That's why it is moving. Otherwise, how can a thing can be there in the space and it is moving? Why it is not falling down? Tell me, in the space, if you hold one ball, it will be there in the space. If you leave the ball will fall down. Why? How the earth is there in the space? Why it is not falling down? What do you say? Gravity. That is what is called in our spirituality as Akarshana Shakti or Sankarshana Shakti. That is only we call Sankarshana, that which holds each and every planet in their position. That is why it is called as Sankarshana. Akarshana, वही हो गया, Gurutvakarshana. Because of that only we are held together. The earth is there in its axis. So this is what is very, 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 very important to note. So that's why 360 bones and 210 joints are there. 900 muscles are there. Navani shatani pishitani bhavanti. There are 900 muscles in this body. 210 joints. All these are divisible by 3 only. Why 900? Why 360? Why 210? It's all multiples of 3. 9. 9 is the highest number. And 360 also has this number 9. Everything is spiritual. This is what is how you connect your body to the spirit. So therefore, there are 210 joints, 360 bones, including everything, ligaments, cartilages, everything, all hard structures. They are all considered and deliberately it is made into 360 just to compare that this is Yajna Kunda. And here also Ahuti gives. We also give Ahuti. घी डालते ना मंत्र पूरित, तो इधर भी प्राणाय स्वाहा, अपानाय स्वाहा, व्यानाय स्वाहा, उदानाय स्वाहा, ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा. This is how we do before food. हम भी आहुति दे रहे इधर. ये है अग्नि. कौन है? वैश्वानर अग्नि. Then this body becomes spiritual. This is how you need to understand yoga.
When
And
you correlate with a diseased person. This person क्या होता है, उसका मूवमेंट्स बहुत कम रहता है, हाथ उठा नहीं पा रहा है, पांव उठा नहीं पा रहा है, उसका मतलब उसकी अग्नि उतना तेज नहीं है, तो उसका अग्नि के ऊपर काम करना पड़ेगा.
Yes. Restoration of Agni itself is the treatment. Treatment means restoration of Agni. So we have to re-establish Punaruthana Chikitsa. Agni Punaruthana Chikitsa is the Chikitsa what we do in Ayurveda. Is it not? Because all the diseases are due to Mandagni. Sarve rogepi Mandagno. Sutaram Udarani cha. Ayurveda gives this beautiful statement. All the diseases are due to Mandagni. So it is better to re-establish Agni. So that is how Agni is going to make us. That is how Agnireva Sharire Pittantarkataha Kupita Kupitaha Shubha Ashubhani Karoti. Ayurveda. So nice. So this is how Agni is going to play an important role here. So there are 210 joints, 360 bones and 900 muscles. Even modern medicine counts that there are 754 muscles. They come very near, but not very near. So near, yet so far they are. 900 muscles are there. All these are deliberately done by Charaka and Sushruta to bring that concept of spirituality and that concept of auspiciousness in this physical body has to be brought. But unfortunately, it is not taught in any BAMS college. Unfortunate it is. The whole of India Ayurveda college people, I don't know what they are doing. Why they are not connecting this to the spiritual science? All this I learned only after BAMS. Please understand. When I joined this SVyasa, then I started taking anatomy classes and dissection for the BNYS students. Then I started to compare. Still there is a lot. Still there is a lot to be covered. Just I am giving you the concept of anatomy of yoga. Tension, compression, proportion and orientation. And there are 210 joints. Out of this, only 8 major joints are there. Wrist joint, elbow joint, shoulder joint, cervical joint, lumbar joint, hip joint, knee joint, ankle joint. Only 8 major joints are there where we can demonstrate this tension and compression. So if possible, definitely I will engage you another time so that I will explain the angles of these joints and how do we understand this tension and compression in that. And about chakras, and definitely I'm sure if I start chakras and that energy centers about the glands and the endocrine system and the human systems of the body, I'm sure I cannot do justice to you now. So if another opportunity is given, definitely we will meet so that I'll start with that 10 systems of human body only. And then comparative anatomy of this to the endocrine glands. What are those endocrine glands which are going to connect it to the chakras? And how do we cleanse that chakras? What do we understand by the meaning of chakras and glands? How do we activate that? So all this we can do it in the next session, I feel. Okay. Thank you very much. Let us spend some discussion time